Hi, my name is J.S. Cornoyer and welcome to Entrepreneurs at a Crossroads, the series that gives you an inside look at those crucial moments when a small business comes to a fork in the road and its leaders need to make an important decision. Today, we're visiting with Evans Consoles.
This Calgary-based company builds custom furniture for command and control centers for NASA, the FBI, airports, and corporations worldwide. But a decade ago, Evans was in crisis mode. We'll find out how new ownership and a new strategy not only helped the business, it helped it take off to new heights.
Let's go check it out. Hi, how are you? What are some of the coolest things that you've built?
Well, the coolest is the 911 call center in New York City.
Interesting factoid is the cabling underneath, there's 18 inches of raised floor. Yeah. The cabling under there goes 7 times around the earth.
Wow, that's too many screens for me.
On a project to build the consoles for the control tower at Chicago O'Hare, the largest airport in the world, Evans took a risk that paid off.
They offered to pay for it, but we had said, we had talked to them and said, we wouldn't mind paying for it at all, provided you allow us to patent it. Yeah. So we did patent it, and subsequently we were awarded a 5-year contract to supply all of the air traffic control towers. Why don't we step into our meeting room and we'll show you another product that we have been working on.
I think I've seen that table in movies, spy movies.
Some of our stuff has shown up on TV sets. This would be a version of what often military uses. They call it a situation room, or where stuff happens and everybody's got to get around.
How did you guys get into this business? How does one decide to start a console business?
Well, we didn't decide to start it. It was an existing business, 32 years old. It was a business that was founded by a chap by the name of Ross Evans. He used to go out into the oil and gas markets here in Calgary, back in the days when they had the big CRT screens for computer monitors. Sure. Okay. And he would go back into a room a couple years later and would see that the tables on which these computer screens were set on were starting to bow. So he developed it in a little wood shop here in Calgary, and he was really, could be called the godfather of the console business.
When you guys came into the business, what shape was it in?
It was in bad shape. They were in some difficult times because they had expanded pretty significantly, but they had focused on the top line growth of the company rather than on the margin of the business. And as a result, the overhead structures were excessively high.
In reality, they lost their way. They did invest in innovation. They invested in standard production methodology. And really, you saw the business. This is not a standard product. Now you know why we're not IKEA. Without the skins on, this does not look like a piece of furniture.
Evans Consoles was in serious trouble. The company had spent a lot of money building up inventory that they couldn't sell. They were in danger of going bust. Evans was at its crossroads.
We cut the factory in half right away when I arrived here, and we went to just-in-time manufacturing. We eliminated a lot of inventory. We only build product to a purchase order, etc. Then it was the international side in places like China, Middle East, and the former CIS countries, former Russian countries.
That's Dubai.
How does a Canadian company in Calgary gets business from the U.S. government? Right. How do you pull that off?
So we hire people who come out of the Department of Defense or out of other agencies who have clearances and have the ability to go back in. They speak the language, they know all the acronyms, and by working with the end user, what their needs are, we're able to get the product requirements built around our specifications.
It's not like we're waving a big Canadian flag when we walk into China. They want the owners to occasionally show up, but the employees are Chinese. We behave like a multinational. We're like a General Electric, but really, really small.
So when you bought the business, or when you joined the business in 2004, how big was it?
Well, we went from 22 million to hopefully around 65 million this year.
Wow, that's amazing growth.
It's been steady growth since 2004.
Some of the awards here, obviously everybody recognizes this little puppy here.
Greg and Richard overhauled Evans and transformed it into an international consoles powerhouse. They took the right turn and never looked back.
For Entrepreneurs at a Crossroads, I'm J.S. Cornoyer. See you next time.